Good evening. Today is Thursday, January 8th, 2026, and this is the Tropical Atlantic Marine Weather Briefing, valid through Tuesday, January 13th. Our main focus today is the next cold front, which will sweep across the Gulf of America and Western Atlantic this weekend and through early next week. In the Gulf of America, gale force winds are likely this weekend through early next week with 12 to 18-foot seas in these gale force winds. In the Western Atlantic Ocean and the Caribbean Sea, we do not expect any gales or significant swell associated with this cold front. Currently, in the Gulf of America, there are moderate to fresh southerly winds in the northwestern section of the basin. By tomorrow, Friday, January 9th, moderate to fresh southeasterly winds are forecast across the basin. We expect the cold front to move off the Gulf Coast of the United States by 12 UTC on Friday, January 10th. Behind the front, we anticipate strong north to northwesterly winds and building seas to around 8 feet in the northwestern Gulf waters. As the cold front quickly sweeps across the basin, we are forecasting gale force winds offshore of Tampico and Veracruz, Mexico in the southwestern portions of the Gulf. And in these areas is where we anticipate the highest seas with this event, ranging from approximately 12 to 18 feet. Now, outside of the gale force wind areas, a large area of strong to possibly near gale force winds will extend across the remaining Gulf waters. And in these areas, we anticipate seas will range from approximately 8 to 12 feet, increasing, of course, to the area where we are forecasting those gales. By Monday, the cold front will have completely exited the Gulf of America. However, gale force winds will continue in the southwestern Gulf offshore of Veracruz, Mexico, with seas ranging from approximately 12 to 16 feet. Across the remainder of the Gulf waters, fresh to strong northeast winds are forecast, with seas ranging from approximately 8 to 11 feet. Conditions across the Gulf will improve by Tuesday morning, January 13th, with winds in most areas of the basin at moderate or weaker speeds, seas below 8 feet. The exception, however, is the small area offshore of Veracruz, Mexico, where fresh to locally strong northwesterly winds are expected to persist with seas to approximately 10 feet. To summarize, we're forecasting gale force winds likely to begin in the Gulf of America this weekend, continuing through early next week, with seas building to 12 to 18 feet in these gale force winds. This is associated with the next cold front that will sweep across the Gulf and the Western Atlantic this weekend and through early next week. However, in the other basins, the Western Atlantic and the Caribbean Sea, we do not anticipate any gales or significant swell with the front. This concludes the Tropical Atlantic Marine Weather Briefing. Please frequently check hurricanes.gov/marine for the latest information, especially as we go into the weekend with our upcoming gale force wind events. The next briefing will be issued by Sunday, January 11th at 5 p.m. Eastern Time.